Hello YouTube, I'm back with another book collection. It's been a while, 5 years or so, but I talked about my Richard Lehman collection a few years back, and now I want to talk about some more horror novels. These by Deadite Press. Most of these are Brian Keene, but I'm just actually collecting anything Deadite Press because I like the cover art. I like the way the book feels in your hand. I like the font. Just leisurely reading, it's really relaxing, and I just, and these books are crazy. The artwork is amazing by a guy named Alan M. Clark, and the stories within are just as crazy. What got me started on this, I can't find it. I don't know. Anyway. What got me started on this journey was this book here by Edward Lee, Terra Insanus. And I was intrigued by the artwork, very visceral, and it's very short, and it's a collection of 4 stories, a very quick read, but not for the faint of heart, and I love that. So the artwork complements the stories within. And if you're an Edward Lee fan or you know of his work, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this was my first one I picked up. Loved it. Loved the stories. A lot of really sick shit in here. But Edward Lee. The rest are going to be Brian Keene. Well, the rest I'm going to show you here are going to be Brian Keene. I have a few others, but this will be the start of my Brian Keene collection. Darkness on the Edge of Town. Dark Hollow, pretty lengthy book. Last of the Alba Witches. This has a character by the name of Levi Stoltz. I think I butchered his last name, but he's like the Amish occult detective, and he's a reoccurring character. Some of these books I haven't read. I will admit that outright, but, I'm going to get to it. The Cage, great book. I have read this. The Cage in here, the story of The Cage is a novella, actually, because this is a collection of a few shorts. But The Cage is a really interesting story. It's about these people who work at, like a Best Buy type electronics store at night, and this gunman walks in and he takes everybody hostage and he puts them in a cage, and he needs 6 of them. And when you find out why, it's kind of cool, little Lovecraftian actually. But all the other stories are awesome. There's one that's really short in here, and I believe Brian Keene did a reading in oh my gosh, Centralia. But these stories are amazing. Dead Sea. Another one I haven't read yet, but my girlfriend picked it up for me. And looking forward to dipping into that one. Gathering of Crows. And I'm not sure if that Levi Stoltz is back in this one. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Looking forward to it, though. Here is the sequel to The Rising, City of the Dead, and if you read The Rising, it just kind of stops, and you're going to have to read the sequel, because The Rising is an amazing zombie novel, and, yeah, if you've read that one, you have to, the story continues straight on, so you have to pick this up. A few more, moving right along. This one's another Edward Lee book, Header. This artwork is not by Alan Clark, but, still good, nonetheless. Pretty awesome. This was on the Deadite Press website, but it's actually an Eraserhead Press book, and I guess it's the same company, or a parent company or something. I'm not quite sure. But this is on the Deadite Press website, so I picked this up anyway. And, it's like, hey, don't masturbate in a toilet, or you might have a baby with it. Kind of bizarre fiction from Shane McKenzie. So, yeah, he read some pretty bizarre shit. Haven't read all of his work, but, Gonna work on that too. Die, You Bastard Die. Jan Kozlowski. Rape Revenge book. And if you look at it, it looks like a really old, like 70s VHS kind of thing. Deadite Press production, rated R. On the back, it's all like yucky looking on purpose, you know. Throwback to better days. This is a fun Friday night. Genital Grinder by Ryan Harding. I'm assuming these are short stories. I don't know, but the title alone is intriguing. I got it from Amazon, and it was kind of bent upward, and I bitched and complained, so I got this for free and the money back in my account, probably to buy another Deadite Press book. This I found at Barnes & Noble last night. Survivor. J.F. Gonzalez. You know, like I said, I haven't read some of these books, but I can't wait to just start reading a lot of these books. Some of this stuff, especially like Edward Lee. Brian Keene is just an amazing storyteller, but Edward Lee shocks your senses, man. And I've heard the same about this guy. So, yeah. Thanks for listening and following my journey, collecting all these Deadite Press books. You know, I'm one of the few in the world who still love a physical copy. Fuck e-readers. Although I have one. But, yeah. Until next time, thank you.